Hello, another video on a unit of British, this time some 1809 British from Perry's. A nice big unit, 36 figures, and yeah, bit of fondness for this one. Main reason being that when I got back into wargaming about 3 years ago, this was one of my first ports of call. I kind of wanted the crossover period between 1814 into 1815 uniforms. Thought I could maybe do some Peninsula wargaming as well. Hasn't happened like that. I've ended up going more into the Belgic Shaker rather than these stovepipes. But such is life. So I thought I'd show this unit off. It's different to my usual painting style now. Obviously, this is the first one, as I mentioned. So when I did this, for me at that time, I put a lot of effort into it, and obviously the figures themselves, they're a bit of a raggedy unit. You can see the ripped trousers, and we'll take a closer look at this in a bit. I wanted to show them, a bit messed up and a bit raggedy, so there's a lot of muck on the trousers and things like that. This unit, when I painted them up as well, gave me an impression of Perry miniatures that maybe wasn't that favourable from my point of view, but I think it was my own fault. I spent too long on these trying to make them as good as possible, and looking at the unit now, after a while, it's a really pretty unit. It's more me and my painting abilities than the Perry miniatures, because they're absolutely fantastic. It's as simple as that. So yeah, we'll take a closer look at them. What I'm going to do as well is I'm going to show you where my painting's gone to, and it doesn't necessarily mean it's better than this. It's just I guess progressed down more natural lines. So let's take a look at these figures. First of all, let's get these in a bit more order, I suppose, so we can take a look at them. The flank company's up. So I think, if memory serves me right, this is one of the battalions of the 11th regiment. I didn't actually put the number on the base. It's just going from memory. So their facings at this period were green. So along with that, you can see we've got some green backpacks, and I think where my painting skill at the time was well, I didn't have any, so it's mainly I've overdone it in highlights and things like that, and I've shown a little bit of damage because they've been wargamed with for quite a few. They have been wargamed with quite a few times now, and they probably need another lick of varnish. But yeah, they look quite nice. I mean, you can see from the different coloured rolls, etc. Trying to put some variety into these guys. They obviously had been on campaign for a little while, and yeah, I think it's worthwhile. I think they look like a nice unit. If we take a look at some of these trousers and things. Try and get this in focus. They scrubbed up, even though they weren't scrubbed up because they were falling apart. They scrubbed up okay, and yeah, if you want to be more involved with the Peninsula War, I mean, wow, what a set of figures! Really are nice. As I said, I wasn't too keen at the time, but that's more to my painting ability, I think, and the effort I put in to these guys rather than the Perry miniatures themselves. I mean, this guy, what a lovely figure, just with that hat sloping back slightly, brilliant. And the patches, the worn out knees, everything, just really good, tight figures. So look at the command base and drummer and touch. So obviously in this period, the drummer was in the regimental facing colours, so that's what I've tried to represent there. And again, just a nice command base. JMB flags again. looking nice. This time, the right way up, I'm pleased to say. Oops. So yeah, really quite nice. And we've got this colour sergeant, or whatever he is. Pike, you know, obviously it doesn't take damage exactly. It's a nice bendy piece of wire, but it's certainly seen some active service. So all in all, yeah, it's a nice looking unit, I think, and there's quite a bit of variety in these poses. I certainly, excuse my arm there, put the effort in, and I think it shows. I think they're a nice bunch of figures. So I just want to show you another figure. Again, obviously, in my more recent videos, I'm talking about this King's German Legion practically every time. I am making progress. I've nearly finished the first 12 of my 2nd battalion. And I know these are front rank miniatures, so totally different kettle of fish. But you can see the painting styles. I mean, this figure isn't finished, it needs the grey highlighting again. I need to put some further details into him. His face isn't finished, you know, his trousers need doing. But quite a nice looking figure, and it's just the cleanness of front rank, those big flat surfaces again, enabling not necessarily speed, because I wouldn't say it's necessarily any faster painting that figure. I'll just move the light away so it's getting a lot of reflection there. But yeah, there's certainly nice figures to paint. Are they any better than the ones behind them? Well, looking at them, looking at the naturalness of those Perry figures, I'd say not. Are they easy to paint? Yes, they are. You know, front rank are just the easiest things to paint. These guys, though, you know, they are just the dogs as well. So hats off to the Perry miniatures. Let's see if we can get that in focus. Yep, really nice. And it's strange, isn't it? I mean, I did, it's a long time ago, like I keep saying that, well, for me it is, that I painted these now. And because they're on the table quite a lot, I don't actually look at them up close, and I haven't bothered looking at them for some time, but yeah, it's a shame. You just, all that effort, and then, you know, that's basically it. And I'm really pleased with them as a first try back for quite a lot of years. Let's get these things out of the way. I want to look at these more. So, I guess if you're still watching, very indulgent of me to still be talking about these things. I hope you enjoy this video. It's 8 minutes, so it's not short. But yeah, should we put them in column just before we call it quits? Oops. 36-man units just do look so nice, don't they? Just need to improve my basing. I think I'm prone to over clumping at the minute. That's one of the reasons I brought these up here. Stick some more clumps on. My early flock attempts were a bit dire. I think you know, the grass is not the brightest, so just trying to add a bit of variety to them. Let's turn the laptop a bit, see if we can get a side on of these guys. Yeah. Okay, I'm suffering from shaky hand and talking too much, so I hope you enjoy this. If you do, subscribe, like, and I'm planning on doing more in any case, so even if you don't, Thanks for tuning in and listening. Thanks, bye.